Hey guys, welcome back to Financial News You Can Use. I'm sure, myself included, everybody enjoyed hearing from the always entertaining Wayne Isaksen going over the news stories. Guys, gals, today I'm excited to welcome our very special guest, Miss Angela Batchelor from Century 21, Sweyer and Associates, right here in Wilmington. Angela, welcome to the show, first off. And what I'd like for you to do is just spend a couple minutes sort of introducing yourself and telling us your background, why you got into real estate, and then we'll jump right into some questions that I'm sure all of you guys and gals out there are anxious to hear.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me, Neal. I'm excited about being here. I've been in real estate since December of 2007. I'm actually from southeastern North Carolina. I lived in southeastern North Carolina all my life. I've called Wilmington home for over 20 years and spent every summer at Topsail Beach and Surf City, so know the area very well.
Right. Well, Angela, you're in, obviously, the real estate market every single day. So in your opinion, there's a ton of stuff going on in the real estate market that we've never seen before. What do you think the condition is right now in, say, Wilmington, Hampstead, Topsail?
Certainly. I mean, that's a question that I hear on a daily basis. Just being in the industry, whether it's from just someone I meet at the store or, a family member, a friend. To give you kind of an idea of what's happening in our market today, I put together a graph for you guys just to get kind of a peek as to what's happened in the last 30 days. So if you guys could put that graph up so everyone could see that, that would be great.
Awesome.
What you can see from our graph is that we have about 8,500 homes on the market today in our area. That's a lot. In the last 30 days, we've had less than 5% of those homes under contract or actually closed. So the competition today to sell your home is it's tough, but it's definitely something that can happen. There are buyers out there. There are folks that are purchasing homes. Just we have a lot of homes on the market that makes it a pretty tough competition. But you can see that 95% of the homes that are on the market actually failed to sell in the last 30 days.
Right, that's amazing. So do you feel like we're at the bottom? Do you feel like we have some more to go to reach the bottom? Do you feel like we've hit the bottom and we're moving back up? Where do you, I know that's a hard question, but.
Sure, it really is. And none of us have a crystal ball. So we
Right.
can't tell. What we can do is look at trends and look at what's happening and make a very educated guess based on facts. And I think the most important thing to consider when you're looking at the market, maybe you're a seller who's thinking, should I put my home on the market? Is it a good time to sell? Or perhaps you're a buyer and you're thinking, I've been thinking about purchasing my first home. Is it a good time?
Right.
I watch the national news and I get a lot of mixed signals. So I think that where we're at is the market is going to continue. We're going to see some changes and we're going to continue to go through some tough parts, specifically for sellers, just based on the number of foreclosures and short sales that we have. That is part of the competition. If you are a seller and you're not upside down on your home and you haven't foreclosed, you're competing with those homes that have.
Right.
So it makes it a little tough to say whether we're at the bottom. I think we're going to continue to see some changes, but at the same time, with interest rates where there are, it's a wonderful time to pursue purchasing a home.
Right. Well, that's actually an awesome segue into my next question. With so many foreclosures, with so many short sales happening right now in the market, are those good options to look at if you're on the other side of the equation? If you're a buyer looking to buy, are foreclosures and short sales a good choice to look at purchasing?
I think that it definitely is, Neal. A considerable number of the internet leads, folks that are coming through our internet site inquiring about properties,
Right.
A lot of them come to our site specifically searching for basically distressed sales, foreclosures, which are obviously bank-owned properties, and short sales, which entails that maybe the value of the home is less than what the actual current homeowner owes on their home. And I put together a graph so you guys can kind of see what happened in our market over the last 12 months when you're looking at foreclosures and short sales and whether or not it would be something that would be a good deal for for you personally, to our viewers. And so you can see from that graph, last year, over the last 12 months, 24% of all the homes that were purchased in our market were actually foreclosures. So there are a considerable number of those properties on the market. Right now, out of the 8,500, about 1,500 are actually distressed properties. They're either a foreclosure or they are, actually, I think it's a little closer to 1,600, or it's a distressed sale, as in a short sale.
Wow.
And you can see that the number of short sales that closed last year were only about 5.5%.
Right.
So a lot lower and takes a lot longer to get to market. Your average days on market for a foreclosure is about 97, whereas your average days on market for a short sale is over 250. So for those folks who are looking into purchasing a foreclosure or short sale, I would say a foreclosure sometimes is a little bit more predictable, whereas a short sale, you don't always know what the outcome is going to be because you're ultimately negotiating with the bank.
Right. And you brought up something, going a little bit off script here, you brought up something in our conversation prior to the show about a real estate attorney and using a good real estate attorney through the process of a foreclosure or short sale, I guess.
I think if you're a seller and you are considering short selling your home, which again means that you owe more on your property than what the market value is, it's always a great idea to work side by side with a real estate attorney.
Right.
Because ultimately they can help negotiate with the bank and help determine whether or not you're able to sell the home. The great part about it is whether you're working with a certified distressed property expert or you're working with a real estate attorney who that's their primary focus, is working with folks who are in trouble with things such as a short sale, you're more likely to get the deal done versus going to foreclosure, which, I mean, we would all rather have, a short sale situation than for someone to go into foreclosure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Valuable advice. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be back here and wrap it up with Angela. We have a few more questions, and then Wayne, like always, will close out our show with his closing comments. So we're going to have a break from our sponsors here, and we will be right back.